Guys, you are not going to believe what just happened. So, as if the 8th anniversary of Faye wasn't already off to a good start. Look at this! We have a player survey for the first time in ages. When was the last time they actually had a player input survey? I think it was like book 2 or something. We're talking like a massive amount of time that has passed here. But it says, thank you for playing Fire Emblem Heroes. In order to improve our service and game quality, we're conducting a survey that is available to all players. This is all it takes. Like, they're putting in a definite amount of effort at this point now, because we've seen already the start of the 8th-year anniversary looks pretty promising. We're getting a lot of good rewards, like the Binding World Forma, which is a reward we've never gotten for free before, which is awesome. And a bunch of other good stuff, like the Forma Soul, lots of orbs, and a lot of free tickets, which is always definitely good. So they are putting in effort. I want to give them a pat on the back for that. They are trying. So why don't we go ahead and take a crack at this survey, and let's, to the best of our ability, try to fill this out and be as honest and candid as possible. Okay, so... all right, they hit us with one of those old, do you accept the terms and conditions to start us off? Okay. Yes, we do. All right, which games from the Fire Emblem series have you played? Select all that apply. Okay, so Shadow Dragon, I have played. Haven't played New Mystery, but I'm just going to go ahead and check that. I did actually play the NES version of New Mystery, but not the remake that had Chris. Okay, Gaiden, I have played that. Genealogy, played that. Thrakia, played that. Binding Blade, Blazing Blade, yep. Sacred Stones, Tellius, of course, Awakening. Haven't played Fates, though. Can't check that one off. Haven't played TMS. Have played Three Houses. Have played Warriors 1. Had played Three Hopes. And have played Engage. I have not played any games in the Fire Emblem series. Gonna be interesting to see how many people check that and don't check any other boxes. Because I'm sure there are some people that are playing Faye that have only ever played Faye and have never played any of the main games. Alright, so there we go with that one. What most closely describes your recent history playing Fire Emblem Heroes? I play regularly. I play every day. I try to do my dailies. I try to compete to the best of my ability if I'm in the mood to. Which in Summoner Duels is just get one win and then that's it. Like, we'll just stop for the rest of the season. Because you can camp out in SD. Like, just get one win and you're gonna, for the most part, stay in the same tier. What most closely aligns with your satisfaction with Fire Emblem Heroes? Okay. I mean, we could be legit and just say... I mean, I'm not like... I don't hate the game, obviously. I play the game every day. I do content on it frequently. I would say probably, like, somewhat satisfied. I'm not being facetious either. Like, I would say I don't really have too many issues, but one major issue I do have is that there's not really much to do outside of just, like, PvP. What is the reasoning for your selected satisfaction level? I think the game offers a good experience. Okay, great. We got to type on my iPad for this. Yeah, this is going to be sucky. Yeah, typing on an iPad, not cool, man. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, this sucks. I know they have, like, a keyboard attachment for iPad that you can just, like, type on a keyboard. That would be very helpful right about now. Alright, yeah, I think the game offers a fun experience that is in line with the Fire Emblem franchise. Or Fire Emblem series as a whole, I guess we can say. Yeah. That's pretty much why I like Faye. It's just basically the main games except as a gacha. So there we go there. Alright, how likely are you to recommend the Fire Emblem Heroes game? Unlikely. Let's be real. You ain't playing this game as a newcomer. And if you are, then do yourself a favor and Well, who knows? Actually, maybe not Get Out, because maybe we are trying to make some real improvements here if they're making a survey. Okay, what is the reason for your selected recommendation likelihood? The game is too difficult for newcomers. Due to the complex, how do we word this? Complexity of skills and weapons. What else is there to say? The lack of currency or availability of important currency. Jesus Christ. Dude, typing on an iPad, man, sucks. Oh my god. Okay, so lack of availability of important currency. What else do we say here? So complexity of skills and weapons, lack of availability of currency, and or currency for upgrading characters. I guess we could be specific. And like just too much PvE and too heavy of a reliance on PvP content. On content centered around PvP. If we could freaking hit the C tab. Or how do we word like PvP? Do I just say PvP? Or do I say like... what would be the right way to word that? Because, I mean, PvP... I mean, we know what PvP means, but that's like a player gamer term. Or like multiplayer... Or like... Yeah, I guess like competitive play as opposed to like solo play. Or multiplayer... But it's not really multiplayer. When I think multiplayer, I think like a first-person shooter or like something like that. Content... I'm just going to say PvP. Yeah, that sounds good enough. Seems to have gotten my point across. What do you enjoy about the Fire Emblem Heroes game? Okay, taking on challenging maps. I do like that. It's just that we haven't really had challenging maps in a long time. Because the Abyssal content is just way too easy to beat with like recent units that come out and duo skills and like all that. It's impossible for the solo player stuff to be difficult unless they invent a mode that has like good rules that can make it feel balanced and fun. So I do like that. Seeing my favorite heroes in the game, yep. Battling other players, I mean, I do like it. I know a lot of people probably don't like it, but it's not that they don't like it because they don't like to compete. They probably don't like it because they have to keep up with the meta and keep summoning for like recent units and like all that stuff. Like they don't want to have to do all of that. Starting new events, yep. Breezing through maps. No, I don't really like that. I like it when the game is a challenge. Posting about giving my favorite heroes skills on social media, not really. I mean, I make videos talking about builds sometimes. Does that count? Determining which skills to inherit. Yes, strategizing and like planning out builds for characters is very fun. Strategizing, of course. None of the above. I rarely play. Utilizing my favorite heroes. My favorite character is Ike, but like he's like on a list of characters that I like, and I don't really play favorites like that. I just use whatever I think is good. I've always done that in every single game I've played. Like I don't get attached to like characters like that. Acquiring a hero I have not previously had. Yeah, I mean, depends though, like, but I do like getting new characters to just add to my barracks. My tier's rising during events. I mean, I don't really care one way or another, but that's coming from a guy that's, like, consistently tier 21 in Arena, Vault of Heaven, like, top 1k in SD and, like, stuff like that. Quests and events that offer orbs, of course, and then posting about scoring high in rankings on social media platforms. I don't really care, like, whatever, like, I'm ranked, I get rank 1 in, like, AR, and I, like, don't even care. It's like, whatever, who cares? Dude, we're all playing the same game, we're all having fun. Doesn't really matter how good I end up doing. Okay, next. Alright, select which of the following Fire Emblem Heroes experiences do you enjoy? Okay, AR is probably my favorite mode. It has been that way since it came out, but I would really like them to upgrade defense. I feel like defense, anytime defense feels like it's ahead, they end up just going back on it and making offense way too busted again. Arena, I hate Arena. I've never liked Arena. Resonant Battles is pretty cool. Summoner Duels, I mean, I don't hate it. I know a lot of people probably hate it, but I personally, like, I don't care. It's just that I very rarely have the motivation to play it. Allegiance Battles. Oh, that's the mode where you got to get all the kills with just the pair-up heroes, right? Nah, we don't like that. Arena Assault is good. GHB is, of course, very good. Legendary Heroes and Mythic Battles, of course, very good. Limited Hero Battles, I do like that. This may be a fun fact for people, actually. One of the old surveys they did back in the day for, like, asking ways to improve the game, I may have been one of the big proponents of them including limited hero battles, because I remember saying on one of the early surveys that I would like to see battles where they restrict what kind of units you can use, maybe to a certain title or things like that, and that they ended up making good on that. So I can't say if that's due to me or, like, due to a large portion of people asking for that. Rival Domains is good, but it's not... Oh, well, for a second I got Grand Conquest and Rival Domains mixed up. But yeah, Rival Domains is weekly, but Grand Conquest is once in a while. The main story, of course. Paralogs, yep. Tactic drills, no, I don't care about tactic drills. Mainly because they're way too convoluted. Like, when they started out, I was actually keeping up with them pretty well, but there's just too many of them, and I don't really feel like taking the time out to do every single one. Heroic Ordeals are great. Chain Challenges, yep. Squad Assaults, yep. Blessed Gardens, it's a defunct mode now. Like, the ones that they put up are just permanent and static. They haven't gone back and updated it, but I did like it while it was a thing, so I will say that. Which of the following Fire Emblem Hero events do you enjoy? Select all that apply. Okay, Hall of Forms is awesome. Hero's Journey is fun. Binding Worlds is great. Voting Gauntlet, I'll be honest, I don't really care much for the Voting Gauntlet. Like, I don't care who wins, but I do like the rewards. The rewards are very good for Voting Gauntlet. Tempest Trials is awesome. Tap Battle. Okay, no, I hate Tap Battle. I do not like Tap Battle. Grand Conquest is good. Forging Bonds is definitely good. And I would say we need more content like Forging Bonds where there's a lot of character interaction, because that's what really makes a lot of people like Fire Emblem, is just seeing their favorite characters have conversations with each other. So, when they introduced Forging Bonds, I remember thinking this is like one of the first big steps into making Fae feel like an actual Fire Emblem game. Rooker Sieges is awesome. They just don't run it very often. Mjolnir Strike, I don't really care much for it, but I don't hate it, so we'll just go ahead and check that. Frontline failed. Nope. Could not pay me to click that check mark. Or Pawns of Loki. I hate Pawns of Loki. What a dumb mode that is. Seer Snare, very good mode. Affinity Auto Battles, nope, don't care. United Warfront is awesome. Lost Lore is fine for what it is. It's just like a passive way to get rewards. Okay. So the question may be used as reference for considering the lineups of future summoning events. The following heroes in games have been chosen as examples so we can gauge the interest in players. They do not guarantee which heroes will appear in future summoning events. Okay, so they're asking, like, what type of heroes do we want to see? If the following heroes from Fire Emblem Mystery of the Emblem game appeared in a summoning event for Fire Emblem Heroes, which of them would you attempt to summon after making use of your free first summon? Assume they share the same stats, weapons, and movement type. Okay, so basically they're saying, like, forget about skills, forget about kits and weapons and all that. Just, like, which character would you want to see on a banner? And note that you can also spark, I guess. So, let's see here. Reese would be pretty funny. I mean, let's be real. He is a meme lord for a reason. So, Berserker Reese from Cypher would be pretty dope. Merrick, I do like Merrick quite a bit. He's probably the only Shadow Dragon character I genuinely like. Alright, Marisha, don't really care. Sheeta, I don't really care about either, to tell you the truth. Okay, moving on. Oh, there go. I find it interesting. Okay, so they talked about Shadow Dragon first, and then we skip ahead all the way here. Huh. Okay, so we're talking about Blazing Blade now. I guess same question, but with FE7 characters. Renault, I don't really care much for Renault. He's one of the more obscure characters. Corel is awesome. Have we ever had an alt of Corel, by the way? That's very interesting to think about, because, dude, we have Day 1 Corel, but... Or not Day 1 Corel, but, like, one of the original banner Corels. I don't think he's ever gotten an alt. Which is weird, because he's a very popular character, I thought. I mean, the Sword Saint, right? Like, and there's also FE6 Corel to think about. Alright, I don't care about Carla. I think Carla has actually gotten glazed way too hard in Faye. And Lynn, I do like Lynn. But we have quite enough of her already, so I would say Corel there. Okay, now we have Path of Radiance also. Okay, so Ike, I mean, I'm always down for more Ike. I'm always down for more Altina. Zehark, obviously, and Stefan, of course. I mean, way to go, Tellius fan, just picking everybody. Okay, same question from Fates, though. Okay, so Camilla, I love Camilla. I can't really... this is going to be very shill-like, but I can't speak on any of these other characters because I don't even know them. Actually, do I check that? Well, if I check that, it counts me as not knowing Camilla either, but I do know Camilla at least. Okay, now 3 houses, so... I mean, Jarisa's not in the game yet, so that would be nice. As far as the rest, they are in the game, so I don't really care. Especially Edelgard. We don't need any more of her. Alright, where do you find strategy guides for Fire Emblem Heroes? Select all that apply. I don't really. This may sound weird, but... I don't actually consume Fae content related to strategy or anything like that. I pretty much just come up with any of my wacky ideas on my own. So, not really, but I mean, I am aware of a lot of the community and stuff like that. Yeah. I might be, like, a rare case for this, though. Like, I don't know. Like, being a content creator about Fae may... give me a different perspective than a lot of other players. Yeah, they have a lot. Okay, so none. I don't really look up guides. If I ever consume fake content, it's for like either a summoning video from somebody fun, like I don't know, Rocket Gal or Glitter Valkyrie if she ever gets around to summoning. All right, yeah. So that, I mean, that's pretty much it. Really, I don't think there's anything else we have to check here. All right, include a message to the developers of the Fire Emblem Heroes game. Okay, please be nice, guys. Like, the devs of Fire Emblem Heroes are people, too. All I ask is that everybody be courteous to them. Like, we get it, you have your grievances, but at the end of the day, they're just people just like us. Like, there's no reason to grab the torches and pitchforks. I mean, thank you for providing a wonderful game that has lasted 8 years. All right, how do I get exclamation? Okay, there we go. Please continue. Updating the game. And what else do we say here? Continue updating the game, and I don't know. I guess that's basically it. Just continue updating the game. Exclamation mark once again. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Oh, that was it? They don't have, like, any... I would have liked it if they had, like, a free section where you could just voice anything you would like them to add. Like, anything on your mind you could just say. Unfortunately, there wasn't a section quite like that. They were more specific in what they were looking for, like what type of characters we want to see, or like what modes we like and things like that. But nothing really in-depth. I would have liked that. Because I would have just told them, please focus on PvE content. Like, we need solo player. This game really needs some kind of solo player to really flourish, which right now we don't really have. And the solo player content we have right now is just way too easy, or it doesn't offer much of a challenge. Like, right now the end game for Faye is just PvP, like Summoner Duels and Aether Raids and Arena and stuff, but can you imagine if there was a PvE endgame where you could go in with your top meta characters and your fully built up stuff and actually get a good workout, as opposed to playing an Abyssal map which you just steamroll in 2 seconds? So yeah, there you guys go. That was my answers for the survey. So automatically redirects us to the Faye homepage. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below and what you guys think about the survey. And they definitely need to keep doing this. Like, this is something that we need to see more often. Like, more surveys, more player input, more communication between the devs and us is always good. So hopefully they just continue to improve. And that is all for this one. So hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll catch y'all again on the flip side.